It looks like Terrifier 3 is going to dethrone the Joker new film at the box office. Look, sorry guys, I didn't report on Joker's failure this past weekend. Had things to do and but the reality is that Joker Part 2 was a huge disaster for Warner Brothers. In fact, it's going to lose them hundreds of millions of dollars as we speak. So what's happening with the preview for this coming weekend is that Joker Folie, a dude, the sequel to the very big successful Joker film, is slated to earn between 10 million to 15 million dollars this coming weekend. It's going to be between 10 to 15 million. Now, this is a very bad number. This is a huge drop from its even very mediocre opening weekend of around 39 million last weekend. This is not looking good at all. Very bad on every scale, on every level, that any way you want to look at it. But then again, you look at the new film for Terrifier 3. This film is going to be a huge success. A huge success in many ways because Terrifier, the franchise, has been there for several years now. It's built a cult audience. Uh, it has a lot of fans, even myself included. I'm not a huge fan of the Terrifier franchise, but I actually like the way the menacing clown goes around to kill people in a gruesome manner. I just do like the way he goes about his things in his films. So I would say Terrifier 3 has a huge potential at the box office. Now, it's been slated to earn between 12 million to 18 million dollars this weekend. That's not amazing. It's not like it's blowing anything out of the water, but the fact that a new film, a Terrifier film, to beat out a Joker film that is a sequel to a film that earned over $1 billion is just downright embarrassing on every scale you want to look at it, and every scale you want, on any metric you want to look at it. It's just a huge disaster. Warner Brothers has to find a way to save face with this disaster at this point. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all. um this is terrible. This is terrible. And last weekend, Joker was being pushed by Warner Brothers that it even earned 40 million. That was the estimate they gave at that time. And then on Monday, the real actual, revenue was announced, and it was even way worse than we anticipated. It only earned 37.6 million that weekend. That is bad. That is terrible for a comic book film, regardless of whether they made it into a musical or it was still more so a comic book, film in general. The fact is, you're using the Joker name. The Joker name made $1 billion with the first film. So I just don't understand why Todd Phillips has had to ruin this project. Him probably with Joaquin Phoenix. They just didn't take this. They just didn't do a good job in general. This is why this project is a huge disaster, and you now have a horror small time flick in Terrifier 3 being the new king at the box office. This is just a disaster on every on every level, no matter how you want to look at it. This is just very bad look for Warner Brothers. And the reality is that this film cost $200 million to make. $200 million to make. It needs at least 500 million to break even. There is no way this film is even getting anywhere near 300 million, let alone 500 million at the box office. It's certainly going to lose Disney, Warner Brothers, well over at least $115 million when it's all said and done. But that's the preview for this weekend. There isn't much to see. You have Wild Robots that's slated to come third. It will earn between 8 million to 12 million dollars. That's its own estimate. And then you have Saturday Night, which is slated to earn between 8 million to 12 million dollars. That's a Sony project. But other than that, I'll give you guys the proper, box office rundown this coming weekend, or pretty much on Monday when the actual numbers are reviewed. If Terrifier 3 is able to beat out Joker Part 2, I'll bring you guys the news report on Monday. So for now, share your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on our Rumble channel. I will see you guys very much next time.